Hello everybody, welcome back to Business Friday. This is where we discuss what's important for you and for your business. My name is Nidhi Vadera. I am a sales coach, author, business consultant, and I am super excited to see that you all are developing interest in learning more about sales and business. If you go with the same pace, 6 months down the line, you are going to witness tremendous shift in your confidence, in your results, and in your personality. So last week I shared with you the 5-step sales blueprint. If you haven't watched that video, the link is somewhere here, go ahead and watch it. And in today's video, as promised, I'm going to tell you how to improve that sales process. So please be ready with your pen and paper to note down the important points that we are going to discuss today. But first thing first, let us get the perspective in place. Now, whether you run a corporation or you run a small business, whether you manage a team or you contribute individually, guess what? We all are selling. When someone tells me no, that I'm not a salesperson, I'm an entrepreneur, I actually get worried because the message I hear is that I'm not responsible for the business, somebody else is. Fact check, each and every one of us is a salesperson, whether we sell a product, service or ideas. So all my dear salespeople, let's get started with today's episode with a real-time example. Let's say you have an online business where you sell refurbished laptops. Now, to promote your business, to get your customers' attention, you must be running some kind of ad campaign on Facebook, Instagram or some other social media platform, or even if it is organic reach, you are trying to get your prospects' attention. You are trying to tell your customers, look at the post, look at the ad campaigns so that they know you exist and what is it that you can do for them. Now, drawing a parallel from your sales cycle, which step is this? This is step number 1, which is prospecting or lead generation. What you're trying to do here is to get some leads, to create awareness in your marketplace. Look at me, pay attention to me, click on the ad below, correct? Now, once your prospects click on that link, they are redirected to the landing page. On that landing page, they get more information about what you can do for them, what are you offering, what are you promising, are you giving something for free, are you inviting them for a webinar, will they get a free ebook? So this is the second step of the sales cycle where you are trying to qualify the leads. You try to find out who all are engaging with your product and service. See, the uninterested leads will either not come to the landing page, or even if they come, they will exit in no time. So the ones who are spending time means they are engaging with what you have to offer. So once you know the prospect is engaging with your product and service, the next step is to generate interest in their minds by demonstrating value. Let's say you ask them to download a short learning video. In that video, you talk about how you can, how your customers can fix a certain hardware related issue at home. So you are demonstrating knowledge, your intention, which is to help your customers. So basically, you are demonstrating to them how you operate, how you work, and how you can help them solve a problem. And as you demonstrate value, your prospects move from engagement to interest. Now, if they watch the complete video, what does that mean? It means that they are interested in what you have to offer. So if they are interested, what should you do? You should negotiate and close the sale. Let's say that at the end of your video, the call to action is book a call with us so that you can understand your prospect's requirement better and close. Now, as you move towards closure, your customer moves from interest to commitment. So they have committed to taking your help, taking your company's help to solve their current problem. And this is where you enter the most critical stage of the entire sales process, which is delivery and fulfillment. The buyer is now going to experience, how it feels to do business with you. So if you don't live up to your customer's expectation in this stage, yes, they can ask you for a refund, but the bigger damage could be that they will never refer you to their circle for more business, or even worse, they will badmouth you. That is why I say it is a critical stage, so be extremely careful here. So from the customer's perspective, now the various stages of the sales journey that they go through are number 1, awareness. Then they move to engagement, then they develop interest, they commit, and finally they experience what you have to offer. See, I love to talk about sales, I love to learn about sales because I personally feel that it applies to all walks of life. You don't believe me? No problem, I'll give you a live example. Let's talk about your friendships. Okay, and we start from the start. So when you go to your college the first day, what do? You obviously look around. You find a few people who you can talk to, correct? Now, how is that related to the sales cycle? It's related because it is step number 1, which is lead generation. You try to figure out who are the people in the college, what kind of crowd is there. Out of all the people that you observe or you briefly interact with, you only ask a few, okay, let's go to canteen for tea. So from lead generation, you try to qualify the leads. You want to check whether they are willing to go with you or not. And then while having tea, what happens? You talk to each other. You demonstrate value through your conversation. You try to get each other's phone number. This is step number 3. And now that you have the phone number, you call each other, you text each other, you try to become friends with each other, you try to basically close the deal. And once you become friends, what are the experiences that you create for your friends? How do you deliver on your friendship? What kind of fulfillment do you create? So every step of life is about sales process, my friends. Now, before we begin talking about, how you can improve your sales cycle, I want all of you to look at your existing sales process and ask yourself, where exactly am I facing a block? Which is the step which is most challenging for me? See, in my business from the very early days, whenever I lost a deal, I always came back to my sales cycle to find out where exactly is the problem. And not 99%, but 100% of the times, the problem was with my discipline and that I had missed out some detail. So I want you to look at your sales cycle and figure out where exactly is the problem. I want you to ask yourself, that out of the 5 steps from the buyer's perspective, which area can you improve? Now, maybe you are doing phenomenally well in lead generation, but you're not doing so good in terms of demonstrating value to your customers. Then your presentation needs tweaking. So work on your presentation. Think about how you can improve your closing ratio, your conversion rate, or maybe you're already fantastic at closing the leads. That every 10 people you make a sales pitch to, your presentation is so strong that out of those 10 people, 3 are sure shot closure. Which means that if you want to further increase your closure rate, you want more people to buy from you, then you have to prospect more. You have to generate more leads, have more people to show your presentation to. Or maybe you are good at all the 4 steps. You are good at lead generation, you are very good at qualifying the leads, you are very good at demonstrating value, your closure rate is also very high. But you are weak in generating the ease of doing business for your customers. You are weak at creating experiences, you neglect fulfillment, and that is why there is no repeat business for you, there is no referral business for you, which means your delivery and fulfillment needs improvement. That's it. That's exactly how you improve your sales process and increase your business. That's how I keep improving my sales cycle, and now you can do that as well. If you're willing to work hard by yourself, you can easily figure things out on your own. But just in case you're looking for a customized solution, that is when you can, seek a coach's help. So do whatever is required, whatever you prefer, but don't stop moving forward. So this brings us to the end of today's episode. I am sure that you got a fair idea about how to improve your existing sales process. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family who you think can be benefited by this information. Also, please take out a few minutes to check out our homepage. I post 2 new videos every week, one on Tuesdays where I summarize a non-fiction book, and on Fridays when I discuss business and sales strategies. So if you're interested in the knowledge of books and business, then do subscribe to the channel and become a part of our community. So that is all for today. Now I will see you on Tuesday. Till then, love your numbers, work hard for your dreams, and remember, guys, it is not going to work out till you start having fun. Happy selling.